Gosh, I don't even know how to start this video. Okay, start over. It's been 4 years since my dad died. So, alright, so what I wanted to do was share some of the things that I remember about my dad, because I believe that energy is always around us. I'm not sure what I believe happens to us after we die, but I do know that we are just matter. We are energy. And so on days when I feel my dad's presence really strongly, I try to talk to him, and I try to talk to my kids about him. So I was lucky enough that my father got to meet both my children before he passed away. He actually came to stay here with us right before he passed away. And so we got to meet my daughter, and she was just a little baby then, but it was very important to me. We got to watch the a World Series together, which was always one of our things. Anyway, so I'm not really one of those people who believes in like, oh, this is the day that he passed away, so, you know, I'm gonna whatever, we sat on this day. I almost didn't even remember. I actually remembered him a few weeks ago really strong and had a rough day. So when I have those rough days, I turn the music up really loud, because that is something that my dad always did. It's like, why listen to music unless you're gonna turn it up? And that was something that I talked about. I gave his eulogy. So I wanted to share a few things that my dad used to say to me that have always stuck with me. But before I do that, I'll let you know that on my way out here, I have this awesome coffee cup. I don't know if you know this about me, but I love to collect coffee cups. Okay, so I love to collect coffee cups. It's one of my things. I don't buy them brand new. I just buy them at thrift stores. Anyway, so I have this favorite coffee cup. It looks like the coffee cup that Sam drinks out of on Cheers. And Cheers was one of the shows that my parents always watched, and so it brings me great comfort and reminds me of my dad.
Today takes everything you've got.
Video.
Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot.
So, anyway, so I put my coffee up here by the camera, and it fell off and shattered on the ground. And instead of like wanting to cry, I just laughed, because yeah, that was one of my favorite cups, but my dad taught me not to be attached to things. So that's number one, is something I got from him. Number two, that he wasn't a big saver. He always tipped well. He always wanted us to go on trips if we could, and we would do it, and we would get nice things, you know, and we weren't rich by any means, but he spent his money doing things that he enjoyed. We had a sailboat when I was a kid, because I grew up in Hawaii, and he's like, well, we live in Hawaii, so we're gonna get a boat and learn how to sail it, and I threw up many times. I'm going inside. I'll be in just a minute, okay? Okay. So, the second thing that my dad always said was, tomorrow is another day. And so, some days I have really rough days, and I just tell myself, you know what, it's okay, because tomorrow is another day. And he always said that. Something else he always said was, life isn't fair, get used to it. And as a child and a teenager and a young adult, I hated that. That sucks. That's not a good answer. But now that I am 37, I understand. Life's not going to be fair. You've got to find your way to deal with things that happen and make peace with them in your own way. So, what else about my dad? My dad's name was Ron, and I'm sitting in this chair right here because my dad always liked to sit on the porch and read. Oh, my dad was always reading, so I love to read. Anything you read makes you smarter. And so he'd be sitting on the porch, you know, with his drink and his cigar or his pipe or whatever. And so yeah, I definitely remember him that way. I wish the other day when I had a rough day, I just wish that he was sitting on my porch and I could go out and just talk to him, because he was just very calming. Sorry, I don't mean to cry, you guys. You know, when you lose your dad, as a woman, I can't speak for as a man, of course. My husband lost his dad 9 years ago. Anyway, but speaking from a woman, when you lose your dad is your protector. My dad was my advisor. I'm really close with my mom as well, thankfully, and I still have my mom. But when you lose your dad, it's just different. Things are different. You realize that you've got to take care of yourself. Now I have a husband to take care of me, and thankful for that. But it's just something that shifts inside of you, that you don't have that protector anymore, and it's time for you to start doing it yourself. And my dad and I we didn't live near each other. He lived in Thailand for the last 4 years of his life or so. So we didn't see each other that often. We didn't even talk on the phone that often. We would email once a month. I mean, it wasn't even a lot, but just knowing that my dad was there, and that was a great comfort to me. So I know that's the thing that everybody misses about someone when they're gone, is just being able to talk to them. So I still talk to him. And I don't care what people think. I talk to him a lot in my car. And I've had one dream about my dad since he passed, and it was about a week after. And I dreamed of him young, wearing his tool belt, and he was all good, he was healthy, and he had no more sickness and no more pain. And that was the only time that he's really come to me in a dream. And that's how I knew that he didn't have any more pain, and that his energy was around me, and it always will be. So something else random, my dad's truck that he gave to me, I sold it to a friend, and kind of regret that. But anyway, my friend's girlfriend and her baby wrecked in the truck. They totaled the truck, and they came out unscathed. So that was something that was really cool. Even though it was hard to deal with the truck being gone, it's just a truck, and that's what my dad would have said, it's just a truck. So anyway, I don't know what else to say. I don't even know if I'm gonna post this and share this. Sometimes it just feels really good to share things, and maybe someone out there gets comfort from it. Maybe someone can relate. Maybe someone out there is having a hard day and they're missing a loved one, and they just want to hear someone else say, you know what, I'm going through it as well, and you're not alone. And see, I'm not alone. And you can always talk to them, and you can always just know that they live inside of you, okay? Like Mufasa, okay? So anyway, this is my tribute video for today, for my dad, Ron Ramsey. I hope that this brought some comfort to someone out there, and I hope that you feel loved today from energy all around you, from your loved ones who aren't with you anymore.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same.